What is up? Please tell me you're with me. We're trying to stay with you all the whole night through all of our college applications, my big 5 bold predictions that are all coming true. Guarantee it. But we also wanted to get you through the WSBA, which is the Draft Day Sports Pro Basketball 21 online multiplayer league. And that league, guys, has been phenomenal. The level of competition is ridiculous. But, I mean, geez. Y'all have been here long enough. You know where my heart's at. It's at college basketball. It's at college basketball. Let me check, guys. I just tried to do basically an emergency restart of the stream. And I've got to back out and make sure this is actually kind of working. Let me reach out to Chris. Chris says that a couple people jumped over from that stream. And let me check one other place. And you know what? We're gonna hit a couple of key points, and then we're just gonna launch because it's September. It's commitment time. It's commitment time. So let me come over to other places. We should be good. You guys should be able to see my stream, and I should be able to see your chat. So let me see if I can see the chat. Once I got chat, we're going down, baby. We're going down. It's September 11th. It's a first day of commitments. And guys, this file isn't public yet. I don't think this file is public. Let's see if I can home and chat. Home and chat, I don't know. I'm going to have to rely on somebody to tell me. Okay, he's live. I'm going to have to rely on somebody to tell me if we are not live. But what we're going to do now... Oh! There's Coolest Jedi, baby! Let's get it! Oh, I'm pumped! Oh my god, I'm pumped. Alright, so it's September 11th. Sunday, September 11th. First day of in-home visits. I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing any of my visits on this stream. All I'm going to do is do a quick check. And it should be a quick check. Hello, Cool Gray. What's up, baby? Love the CBGM Wolverine Studios. Hell yeah. Love the CBGM. Let's go. Let's get it. Thanks, Gary. Thank you, sir. Based on the comments, I'm going to assume that Gary rated us. Thank you so much, sir. That's awesome. We popped over to see what the WSBA results were going to be, and then we came right back to hit it in the CBGM, baby. And we're going to see what our first commits were. So, guys, this is a handful of elite recruits that are going to commit to schools early in each sim. And, I mean, I don't think it's a lot. I would say, like, at most, like, maybe 10 out of the top 100 at most are going to commit straight out of the gate. But that's what we're going to look at tonight. And then this is, if you all have not been part of a multiplayer league, I'm going to assume that's probably most of you, because there's not a ton of multiplayer leagues out there. If you haven't been part of a multiplayer league, this is the most important week of the entire thing. You got to get out there and recruit people. You got to get out there and recruit people. So we're going to see who is committed right out of the gate, and then I don't know. We'll check on chat. My microphone's been up here the whole time. I apologize for that. I know y'all like to hear that deep whatever I got down here. That was my fault. Anyway, here we go. Recruits. We're going to the full list. Hold on, I'm not looking. all positions, all regions, full recruit list. Here we go. Sound is good. Sound should be better after I move the mic down. Oh! Oh! Look at that, baby! Ah! I mean, it's not me. All right. Hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on. Like, guys, here's the thing. I try to talk to you guys about things that I know and things that I've seen. I try to share with you my experience so that you can have that experience, because I understand, like, everybody has different lives, right? Everybody has different lives. You've got different experiences, different things that you go through, different amount of times that you had to play games, right? I've got a lot of time to play this game. So I come in here and I tell you, listen to me. Look me in the eyes. Khalid Jones is going to the University of Kentucky, and he's not going to take in-home visits. He's going straight to the University of Kentucky. I told you that 3 hours ago. Look at the list. Look at the list. Look at the list. I don't know what to say. I mean, it was obvious. It was obvious. If you played this game, if you put in the hours, if you put in the sweat and tears and, God, more tears and more tears, and I think people might be judging me, but there's probably more tears. But if you put it in, you knew this dude was a Kentucky prospect. Khalid Jones, #1 recruit in the nation, going to the University of Kentucky. And the other thing you guys can see right away is nobody else in the top 16 has committed anywhere. Not Dan McCray, not Mike Jacobson, not Kurt Lenny. There are no other commitments right now. The only outstanding commitment so far, Khalid Jones. Take a quick look at chat. Then we're going to roll through some more of these commitments. Kentucky paid him. Chris says he doesn't have the pizzazz of cards. Chris, if we go live tomorrow, we're going live together, buddy. It's a duo. Or you can find some other people that have personality and we can all do it together. I don't care. We can do one of those 5-man crews like you do with the NFL draft, right? Like, I'll be over there. I'll be what's his face? I'll be the guy from Louisville. One of those guys that does all the draft roundtables from Louisville, right? I'll be him, James Brown. And Chris can be the guy that used to coach the Steelers. Whatever. You know, I think we can do it. Page 2. You can't call for page 2. You can only think about page 2. We're getting there. Hold on. Let's see what we got. Chris says, I'll probably just be going F or yes, but expect the worst. Yep. So it's very, very interesting to me that the only player out of the top 16 to actually commit ahead of time was Khalid Jones, and he was to my school. So I don't know about how you guys see it, but Jesus, so far, Cards is on fire. Now listen, Van is saying I'm killing him in chat. There's a couple other people saying I'm killing him in chat, and there's one very specific reason for that. It's because I was right. For this one brief moment in time, I was right. Once I click the next page, I'm wrong about everything, is my guess. But I got this one right, so, like, let me... Alright. Let's go see all the places I was wrong. We got nothing on page 2, folks. This is all regions, all recruits, all positions. Khalid Jones is still the only prospect to have committed in the entire league so far. Page 3, nothing. Nothing. Only one. Nothing. Nothing. Oh, okay. All right, so on page 6, we're quite a ways into things, but we've got a commitment from small forward Terrence Edwards out of Iowa from the Great Plains region. A 4-star commitment, 3.2, committed to Iowa State. I have not recruited this player, so I can't speak to him. It looks like he was quite a commodity in the Great Plains region, but I had nothing to do with him, so I cannot speak to it whatsoever. Iowa State landed a player there in Terrence Edwards. Here's another one, and this Peter Miller, I've actually seen a little bit of action on a handful of different offer sheets. Now, he's actually a junior college player, but Georgia Tech is going to add Peter Miller. He's a 4-star junior college commitment, 6'3", 183 pounds, 19-year-olds out of Eudora, Arkansas, a junior college player. He's a sophomore currently, 14 points a game, assists and a half, 3.2 rebounds. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything spectacular, but we're having limited commitments so far in this round. And I'm going to continue to scroll through, but I don't know that we're going to see anything else. So we got a really limited commitment, really limited number of commitments there. And the only one to really speak of is Khalid Jones. And, I mean, I hate to say it, but somebody called that like 2 hours ago. And, guys, I swear to you, like, I know there's people that are out there that are going to be thinking, like, there's something fishy going on here. Like, I swear, I've gone out of my way to not get, like, inside information or, like, ask for any additional anything. I had no idea. While I was busy streaming on WSBA, Chris was running this stuff. So none of this had happened. The Khalid Jones commitment was 100% just what I saw ahead of time. And, I mean, what I knew was going to happen. I don't know how else to say it. Like, you watch these automated programs operate enough, eventually you're going to figure out, like, oh, yeah, that guy's going to this school, like, period. And with Khalid Jones, it was just obvious. He was a UK commitment from the first week. It was going nowhere else. I mean, I don't know what else to say. All right, let me see what else we got in chat here. Something fishy. Agelia says he feels like he's watching Stephen A. Smith. That's cool. That's cool. All right, so keep up the good work, guys. Thank you, Gary. We appreciate it, buddy. Anything else you guys want to see out of this save? Because obviously we didn't have as many first week commitments as you would normally have in past saves because of some of the changes that have been made. I mean, I'm down for doing another full review of what we already looked at, but I want to make sure it's like what people actually want to see. Let's look at some of these top recruits, right? Coolest Jedi wants to back off McRae. Mad Eye says, walk away. Oh, look at him. He says, that's right, Jedi, just walk away. You see that? That's Tom Izzo. That's Tom Izzo saying, get off me. Walk away. He's getting big. Oh, all right, let's look at these top recruits, guys. I would love to call it right here, but we have no reason to. All of these guys are up for grabs, and most of them are going to commit tomorrow. Damn it, I feel like, did North Carolina leapfrog you right there, Mad Eye? Or were you already third, or were you second? Mad Eye, were you third or second? Either way, that's concerning, because Ohio State is still first. And we cannot have Rizzo having nice things in this league. All right. L. Cool Gray says, same list, so we're moving on. Mike Jacobson. Oh! I know for a fact Kansas was number one on his list, and now UK is taken over. I mean, Kentucky could be doing things and stuff. You never know. Kansas is still right there in the mix. But it's all the same schools. We'll see what we got for Kurt Linney. North Carolina, Notre Dame, okay. Actually, Louisville is right up there in it, and that's interesting because I've not even offered Kurt Linney. But he did have a really good visit to my school, so I could be in on Kurt Linney. It's one of those interesting situations in the middle of a stream where you're like, should I offer somebody else? But no, I don't think. I think I've got the right small forward offered. Nick Burris. Oh, look at Agelia. I called Agelia for top 10 overall class, and he is bringing home Nick Burris so far. So far, so good. Michigan, the dark horse for Linney. Let's see. I know for a fact Notre Dame's offered him, and I'm pretty sure North Carolina's offered him. I know Wisconsin offered him. I don't know. Linney's one of these guys that has so many offers. Like, if McRae is the most offered player and Jacobson is second, Linney may be third. He's got a lot of offers. So you got to be careful with that stuff. Now here's a guy, top 5 at Indy. Bernie Newton is a crazy good shooting guard. And I really feel like this is a 3-way race between Baylor, Creighton, and Kansas. Yeah, Matt, that happens. Like, there's players that you like, and you'd love to offer them, but, you just cannot compete for them. So, you can't waste that scholarship offer, right? You have to use your offers on guys that can actually come to your school. And so, it becomes easy to identify players that are good. But the idea of it is to identify players that are good, that are interested in your school, that you can beat out these other schools for. That's going to be the really interesting thing in Bernie Newton, is seeing whether or not Baylor with Scott Drew in his 80 overall recruiting in his number 1 spot on their top 10 list. Can Baylor keep Bernie Newton? Or will Chris, with his Creighton Blue Jays, overtake him as one of the human teams? This is what we're learning in our first year of the CBGM. you have to be paying attention right now, because these lessons are what is going to lead you forward, assuming you already know how to play the game solo, assuming you already know the rest of it. This is what takes you to the next level. So I will say, if I got 5 notes on my bold predictions, but if I had a 6th, I would say watch the recruitment of Bernie Newton and base your future recruiting considerations based off of what happens on this, because I think this is a really, really informative recruiting pursuit. Vader's like, you did not miss much other than me being the absolute rightest motherfucker in the world right now with Khalid Jones going to UK without, like, that's the only player. I sat down and said, you know what? He's going to UK. He's not going to take in-home visits. It's the only player that did it. The only one. And I called it, which might mean 2 things. 1, either I'm involved in some crazy conspiracy where I get the information early and I cheat to try to make myself seem really cool at a game about spreadsheets of numbers of basketball. Or, your boys played this before. I've seen what's going on. I saw Khalid Jones in UK. I knew it was over before it was over, and I called it. Easy peasy, right? And that's exactly what happened, because like, I couldn't imagine anything lamer than like, cheating or trying to get a leg up in a game like this. Like, this is 100% just off the cuff for me, all day, every day. Not. No, I don't think Clemson's human right now. But they ought to be. They're in on a handful of top guys. Who else do we want to look at, guys? I mean, it definitely the least bold. What was the least bold of 5 predictions? Khalid Jones to UK without... No. Random task. Okay. Khalid Jones to UK was not the most risky of predictions. But I called him to UK without taking home visits. There's like nobody else is committed to that kind of prediction. Nobody at all. Who do you want to look at, Vader? Top 5. Let's look at them. Oh, just top 5 recruits overall? Alright, so Khalid Jones, obviously going to UK. Dan McRae. Ohio State, North Carolina, Michigan State, Kentucky, Marquette, Butler. I don't really see... I mean, Cincinnati hasn't offered. I'm not sure Butler has offered. Marquette may have. I looked at Marquette for the first time earlier tonight. They may have. I'm pretty sure these top 4 teams have offered, and I've already called McRae to Michigan State for me personally, but we'll see. Surprised no early commitments to App State. Yeah, no change on McRae. Mike Jacobson, Kentucky actually moved into first for Mike Jacobson. So a guy that I really felt like was a pretty strong candidate to go to Kansas is now looking fairly good for Kentucky. So I think it's going to come down to the two of them. And of course, in all of these, the wild card is North Carolina. North Carolina is top 5 on 15 top recruits. And so it really kind of comes down to who they offer. But Mike Jacobson, I bet there's 20 different teams in the league that have offered him. And I honestly don't think anybody has a chance outside of his top 5 right now. Kentucky, Kansas, North Carolina, West Virginia, Villanova. I'm cutting Texas off. They got nothing. Nobody after them has anything. He's going to one of those top 5 schools. What's up, KU Jerry? Glad to have you, buddy. Glad to have you in the stream. Glad to have you. I'm glad you've been watching for a while. That's all that's awesome. I do all this just to bring more people in and have more people watch. And so the more we can get, the better. And if we got to take what'd you say you had to take Wichita State? I mean, Wichita State's not bad. But you got to take a different team for a year or two, and, it happens. Who else do we want to see, guys? Because, I really didn't have... I had, a 20-minute stream planned for earlier, and it turned into a little bit more than that. Now, I had no stream planned except to just react to commitments, and really the only one to react to was the one that I called, which was Glee Jones. But I'm happy to do more. If y'all have questions, if y'all have comments, interactions, anything, Jesus Christ, can y'all please ask me something so I don't have to go upstairs and spend time with people that I live with. Alright, so we had 2 questions. One was on Hashim Pruitt. So Marquette is leading the way on Pruitt. Michigan State is in second. Kentucky and Cincinnati follow that up. I know that Cincinnati's offered. I'm relatively certain that all 3 of the other schools on the hot... I'm relatively certain all the other schools on the hot marker have already offered as well. So it looks like a 4-way race. He's got a location as a favorite interest of his. So I'm a little bit partial to Cincinnati landing this recruit, although I don't have all the information. It's just if I have to make a guess, that's where I'm guessing. Hashim Pruitt to Cincinnati. Brown juice is over here. There's nothing soft-spoken about this. Chris asked if many of the top 10s updated. So let's check the top 10s. We already looked at McCray and Jacobson. I think we already looked at Lenny. That's a North Carolina, Notre Dame kind of guy. And this, this is interesting because this is one of those decisions that you have to make when you're recruiting in this game. I'm number 4 on his list. I'm right there with everyone else. My playing time, my school prestige, it all matches up. I'm number 4. I'm hot. I could jump right in on recruiting this player. Right in. And the question becomes, is that something that moves your school forward long term? And that's the sort of thing I'm going to avoid these. I mean, Kurt Linney, if you look, he's number 4 in the nation, number 2 at his position overall. Number 2, I mean, he's a top 2 or 3 player in the country. Look at his camp results. It's going to tell you the exact same thing. This guy's amazing. But it's somebody that he's going to be here 1 year and gone, right? So, if that was a guarantee to my school, yeah, I'd go for that. But there's a handful of schools that are all competing for his services. And to me, in a multiplayer league, it's a little bit about adding a significant amount of depth, right? And once I get that depth, once I get that, well, whether it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 players that are sufficient, then go on to these top 5, top 10 players and bring them in and let them augment the team and take them to another level. But for now, I could try to compete for Kurt Linney, but I haven't offered him. I'm laying off. Hold on, let's see what the chat says. Need some Johnny Walker yourself? Yeah, that's right. Alright, so what else? Didn't we look through most of these players, Chris? Most of these top 10 we looked through. Top Florida recruits, we can do that. So a couple of guys that I recognize. Alright, so the service offset of new baseball, let's play. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Top player in Florida, Danya Baines. Top school is Clemson. Then he's got North Carolina, Duke, Tennessee, Florida, Florida State, etc. Yeah, Aaron seems like a awesome streamer. Awesome streamer. If you guys are interested whatsoever in out of the park baseball, go check out the GM streams, the GM Games streams with Aaron. He seems awesome at it. But anyway, as it relates to CBGM, Donnie Bain sucks. Come down here, did not stand out at Indy. No other camp information. So we're not worried about him as a Florida recruit. All right, so the second best Florida recruit, Quinn Howard. Now, Quinn Howard's actually good. He was decent, not spectacular at Indy, which is generally going to mean like top 50, right? But if you scroll up and look, he was easily top 5 at Memphis. So he's one of the top 5 players in the Memphis Southeast region, right? So I always think about this a little bit. Like top 5, like he could have been 5th, right? And somebody who was just top 25, like they weren't top 10, but top 25, they could have been 11th, right? So a top 5 versus a top 25 could be closer than you think. But at the end of the day, Quinn Howard looks like a very, very interesting prospect. Clemson, Villanova, North Carolina, Notre Dame, all hot. This is a player that Louisville had as a hot commitment, and we had a scholarship out to him and we pulled it. Because I told you earlier about the Khalid Jones situation, where I saw that I knew he was going to commit. Louisville has that situation going on at point guard, so I'll leave that a little bit ambiguous, but Louisville's bringing that in at point guard. We're good to go. Duke moving in on Baines? No. Alright, so Rockmoss D said the 80 plus scoring not good. Who are you talking about, buddy? Which commitment? Which prospect are you talking about? Missouri-based point guard. Yes. Jesus. Camps over scouted grades all day, every day. I never even look at the scouted grades. Never. Just camps. Guys, I'm still a little bit in shock that I called Khalid Jones to UK. Pretty amazing. I feel like Rockosmos D. Rockosmos D. Feel like you're coming to some revelations, but I don't think there's any revelations to be had. To me, I'm still at the exact same point that I was. Yeah, there's a handful of people that have committed, but not enough to make any significant difference. So, folks, I'm saving. I'm getting out, way out, and tomorrow is really going to give us a great idea on who's going to be lit going forward and who's going to be trying to catch up and figure this game out. So, geez, I had so much fun. It was so fun to bring in the stream to WSBA when Gary started streaming and doing that sort of thing, and then kick it back over to us. Guys, I was lit. It was so lit. And that's just the streaming community coming together. Same thing with you CTG guys. I know that y'all are doing the same exact thing that we are, and just trying to grow the community, grow the platform, whatever it is. It's so awesome. But guys, I mean, I brought you all that I can tonight. I did my best. This is all that I've got. Thank you so much for watching. I can't help you any more than that. I hope you're having fun. I hope you're having half as much fun as I am. Thanks so much, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.